for me, like, phones are this, and phones are like landlines. Being able to do the same thing with a computer and like code is mind-boggling to me.
Hi YouTube! The following interview took place August 6th, 2019 at Twilio's Signal Conference in San Francisco at Moscone West. It previously aired on our Signal TV broadcast over on twitch.tv/Twilio. In this interview, Tristan Wiley from Twitch sits down with Lizzie to talk about a Twitch extension that he built that allows viewers to call in via Twilio to talk to the streamer. I hope you enjoy this interview and live coding session.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Signal TV. I'm Lizzie. Again, I'm a developer evangelist here at Twilio, and I am beyond excited to welcome an MHAX organizer, a rising junior at the University of Buffalo, an organizer of UB Hacking, a Twitch developer relations intern, Twilio champion, and so much more, Tristan Wiley.
Hello, hi everybody. Hi everyone in chat. I know some of you. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, so what is your Twitch username again?
I am Laserhype in Twitch,
yes.
LESIRHYPE. Feel free to drop me a follow if you'd like.
Yes. Can you drop that URL and channel? twitch.tv/laserhype. Yes, Matt, we know you're flying. Are you on United? Flying out of Newark? I remember last time he was competing with, what's his name, John. So.
Thank you for my managers and everyone in chat.
Yes, LE, Laserhype.
Close.
Yes.
LESIRHYPE.
That is
Close.
like
I should change it to Laserhype. That'd be better.
Yes. Last time I was watching the Twitch dev stream.
Yeah.
Blue Lava, who is on the team with Tristan here at Twitch, was on a plane with Matt, who is also on their team. And John was flying out of LaGuardia, and Matt was flying out of Newark, and they were like competing to see who got to San Francisco
however
faster.
many thousands of feet in the air. Beautiful.
Yes. So
yeah.
Tristan is usually from New York, but he's in San Francisco for the summer. Thank you, Stream Elements. Yes. So what's something that surprised you about San Francisco?
I really think the weather. So I grew up in, central New York, western New York area, and summers are very hot. It's, it's like 80, 90, sometimes 100, and then winters are like, 20, 10, 0 degrees, and it's like, that's Fahrenheit for everyone.
Fahrenheit, yes.
And then coming out here, it seems like it's 60 year round, and it's just fantastic.
Yes. As Mark Twain once said, the coldest winter I ever had was a summer in San Francisco.
Wow. Very
Very windy. Wear layers if you're here at Signal.
Yeah, it's been fantastic here. I've loved the weather. I've loved the people. Twitch is amazing. It's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. I've spent quite a bit of time at Twitch headquarters with Tristan.
We've been working on something that we're going to demo for you today a little bit later in the stream. I'm super excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, is this your first internship?
It is my first internship. Previously, I sort of worked at a startup part-time in Buffalo, but it's been my first internship, and while I don't have anything to compare it to, it's been an absolutely fantastic experience.
As Roberto Bolt's saying, he's a forever junior, and after 15 plus years, don't lose that curiosity and enthusiasm.
Thank you. It's fantastic. I love so much about Twitch. I mean, aside from just the food and the kitchen, that's all delicious. They had Heath Bar cookies today. They were so good. But really, the people and the work I'm doing, it's all been fantastic. And if you want to check out some Twitch development stuff and join the Twitch dev community, check out twitch.tv/twitchdev, twitter.com/twitchdev, and join the Discord and dev.twitch.tv.
Yes, and I have been very impressed with Tristan's passion, curiosity, and enthusiasm, and he's very into Twilio, which is why he is a Twilio champion.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about your experience with the program, as well as the Champion Summit, which was on this past Sunday, day -1 of Signal?
Yes.
First we had day 0, which was Superclass, and now we have day -1, the day before Superclass. And Superclass was yesterday. which was the day before Signal, because today is day one.
Yeah. So I joined the Champions program around when it was started. I don't actually know when, but it's a really great program which sort of recognizes community members in the Twilio development community who sort of embrace Twilio, teach Twilio, just love Twilio. And so, let's see, when I was a junior in high school, When I was that age, I was playing outside. Hey, I played outside too.
I'm kidding.
I know. I went to my first hackathon, mhacks.org if you want to learn more.
Let me get that in the chat.
Yeah. So mhacks, and it was a fantastic experience where I sort of met a lot of great people, learned a lot, sort of worked with a bunch of different APIs, and it was either my first or second mhacks when I sort of first interacted with sponsors and first interacted with Twilio, and it was truly a turning point for my development experience, because it was the first company that really embraced the hackathon spirit and really shared shared their knowledge with the hackers, and also I learned so much from the Twilio evangelists at that hackathon, and sort of I fell in love with the company. I fell in love with the tools. It was so easy to use. Being able to just make a phone call or send a text message, that was pretty much all you could do at the time, with 2 lines of code, absolutely mind-boggling.
That still mind-boggles me. I remember meeting my teammates Matt Mackay and Sam Agnew when I was a college student attending hackathons, and I was like, "What's Twilio?" And they were all, "Let me show you." They didn't say, "Let me tell you." They were like, "Let me show you." And I love how the team really embodies a spirit of challenge and live coding and really digging into relationships with hackers and students. And they gave me their time, and I can't believe I'm on their team now. I get the chance to learn from them even more.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, and it was only relatively recently that I actually figured out how it all works. I mean, I still don't understand, but from a code side, you get a phone number, and then you just write some calls, and you send a text message and make a phone call. And I never really understood how that works, and I still kind of don't. But behind the scenes, because for me, phones are this, and phones are landlines, and so being able to do the same thing with a computer and code, is mind-boggling to me. But I still love Twilio, and I still use Twilio. It's just fantastic.
It's empowering. So let's check out this GitHub repo.
So part of the Champions program, sort of when I first joined, or after I joined, or before I joined, I started working on this Twilio Dart package. And it was actually the first thing I live streamed on Twitch. It was a lot of fun, and if you haven't tried it, you should definitely try it. It's a great way to learn, teach, and on my screen, if we could switch it over to my screen real quick, I have this Twilio Dart package that was made by Marcus. Marcos, sorry.
It's okay.
He was actually just right outside.
Yes.
And it's a really cool wrapper library for Dart, which is a programming language, I think, built by Google. I don't remember.
Built by Google. I remember seeing it at Google I/O.
Yeah.
It has to do with Flutter, I think.
Yeah, well, so Flutter is a framework that lets you build cross-platform apps. Good segue. And so I wanted to build a Flutter app, and I sort of wanted to integrate Twilio. But the problem was the Twilio Dart package at the time wasn't upgraded to work with Dart 3.0. So I was like, I don't know, I've written Dart once, I'll try it out. And so I made a pull request. It's still actually active.
Still active, Marcos.
Oh wait, no, that's not. Let's see. Yes,
okay.
February 24th. And it was to update to be Dart 2.0 compatible. Sorry, not 3.0. And I live streamed on Twitch. I sort of upgraded it all, and it was a really great learning experience because people in chat who knew more about Dart than me sort of helped me out. I was able to sort of teach some of what I knew about Flutter and Dart to them. And so that is sort of what I did. And it was really cool. I shared it on Twitter. Twilio liked it, and Marcos actually sent me this cool gift box that had like, shoot, what was in it?
I forget. Was it?
Oh, it was
the Twilios?
it was
Cheerios.
Twilio's Cheerios.
Like a cereal box, like Cheerios. but
Yeah,
Twilios.
Twilios. There was a really nice Twilio Quest shirt.
My favorite. I was wearing it yesterday on the stream.
It's such a comfy shirt.
Very comfy.
And yeah, I also got like a ruler and some colored pencils and a little book, and it was like fantastic. And I still have it. I wore my Twilio Quest shirt yesterday to like the summit for champions, and just sort of the community is so great. You do stuff, they reward you. They care so much about the community.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Marcos is in the chat right now. He's like, I heard my name. Hi, Marcos.
Hello.
Thank you for making this helpful
Yes,
library.
thank
And
you.
Thank you, Tristan, for updating it.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. If you want to check out more code streams, give me a follow. Twitch.tv/LisserHype. Just gonna drop that every once in a while, trying to get me up to 50 followers.
50 followers. Let's get him there, folks.
Jeez.
Yes. And
yeah.
do please hire him. Yes, Revertibles. I agree. Matt, I agree. I'm glad you're impressed. You want to dig in some code?
Yeah.
Like just show, like maybe.
Sure.
file?
I can show just a little bit of what is in here. So I'll actually show an example. So there's a few different things. There's a CLI. There's a Twilio Dart web. I'll just go. This calls.dart, and this is just a little example. We have our Twilio keys. We have the version, API version. We make a new Twilio object, and then we just read from a call list. That was what this example does. There's... Yes, Matt, I'm trying to get affiliate. If you want to send a text... Sorry, I'll go a little slower. With Ma, Dart can now send SMSs in under 15 lines.
15 lines? That's so few!
I know. Yes. So...
Barashkov is wondering, is that just a regular Python script?
So this is Dart. Dart is very similar. It does look like a lot of different languages. You got var. Is this JavaScript? Is
Yeah,
this
the main,
yeah,
import.
yeah. So Dart is a really cool language. Maybe I'll go to Flutter.io real quick.
Yes.
So Flutter.dev actually is a way to create like cross-platform mobile apps. So Android, iOS, and it's like the apps are really beautiful looking.
Build once, deploy on both platforms.
Right, and so I wanted to build one and use Twilio, but I couldn't until now.
Tristan fixed that. We also had him. He was the first Twilio champion to live code on our Instagram live account.
That was fun too. Yeah.
Yes. So I decided in January, or was it February? Instead of streaming on Twitch, I wanted to show code on Instagram Live.
But now she's gonna start streaming on Twitch.
I have not streamed on Twitch yet.
Soon.
But I am here on the stream right
Soon.
now. If you have any suggestions for Instagram live streams, drop them in the chat. I know that's kind of competing with Twitch, but
It is.
it's a different,
It's okay. It's okay.
different audience, different platform.
If you want to check out this GitHub repo, I know I didn't really prepare this, but it's github.com/mplacona/Twilio Dart. You can also just search Twilio Dart on Google, and it'll be up there.
Twilio Dart, Google it.
Yes. So yeah, that's something cool I made. If you're interested in joining the Champions program, I believe it's twilio.com/champions. And there's a lot of cool perks. You get to interact with the community a lot.
Great community.
Yeah, we got these really nice like sweatshirts the other day from the Champion Summit.
Yes, I'm so jealous of them. They look really comfy.
They're so comfy.
Yes. Just want to address some of the chat statements. You can live stream on Instagram Live for longer than a minute or however many seconds. Instagram video, I'm not going to confirm or deny that it is weak.
It definitely is a different platform with
It is a different platform.
audiences. It is a little difficult to like, you can't really share your screen, so you have to.
It's a bit
I know.
difficult,
It's okay.
but
It's okay.
we're experimenting.
Yeah.
We're living the spirit of the challenge, which is one of the Twilio values.
Yeah.
Live the spirit of the challenge.
Of course. So if you're interested in joining the Champions program, check out twilio.com/champions, and you can apply or nominate someone else. If you know someone in the community that really embraces the spirit of Twilio and loves Twilio, or just passionate, feel free to nominate them.
Revertables, why do you think they would say no? Based on your, you've been great on the Twitch stream. I love your involvement and your comments. Chin up, Buttercup. Be more positive. I believe in you.
Yeah. So I guess now I can demo sort of what we've been working on a little bit.
Maybe Barashkop F is wondering, Silicon Angle is wondering, what's the coolest API feature for Twitch?
On Twitch, coolest API feature. Oh, let me tell. Okay, so what I made is called a Twitch extension. So when I first went to my first hackathon and I interacted with Twilio, I was really blown away because it wasn't just another API that sort of got you some information, you shared information from it. It was an entirely new platform. It's a platform where you can make phone calls, send texts, you can send faxes now, you can, there's Twilio Functions, there's so many Twilio products. I don't even know them all.
What's your favorite product?
I gotta go with SMS or voice. Man. Functions are, let's see, probably SMS. I think that's probably the coolest, in my opinion.
Let's see some of your favorite Twilio products right there in the chat. I'm a fan of Autopilot.
Autopilot's pretty cool too.
I've been working with the product team on the docs, making some new guides, updating some of the documentation, went to some conferences with them. It's a really fun platform. I have not used fax for Revertables, but someday.
You can do faxes then.
Yes.
I went there, I was blown away because it was something new. And when I joined Twitch and I sort of first interacted with these things called Twitch extensions, I had the same feeling because it's an entirely different platform. And I can see if I can find one that's live right now with the Twitch extension that sort of shows off. Let's see. Like this guy's stream. I don't know if he hasn't. Okay, perfect. We have a Twitch extension right here. Sorry, where is this? Do we have one? Oh, it's right down here, sorry. So this is called an overlay extension. I see something to Shroud. Yes, I do. I love Shroud. Shroud's great.
My main issue with Twitch and why I wanted to stream on Instagram Live was I am not a gamer. And my friends are not gamers.
There's a lot of things outside of gaming too.
I
actually saw a really nice stream when I was doing a demo the other day, and it was an art stream, and I really loved watching that because it was like, I am not very good at drawing or anything art related, but seeing someone like live drawing something and like building or like drawing out this like masterpiece was like incredible.
It was,
So anyways, a Twitch extension is something that sort of, you can overlay it over a Twitch feed, you can put it on the side in this little component area, and you can also put them below in the description. And they're just things that sort of enhance the viewing experience on Twitch. And I found that Twitch extensions, for me, sort of inspired me in the same way that Twilio does, is it's not just an API, it's an entirely different platform. You can build experiences on top of Twitch that like you couldn't anywhere else. And like, this is completely honest from me. Like, this is what I thought when I first interacted with them. So this one's like sort of, you can get scratchers or like different things like that. There's other really cool ones. One I saw was called Stream Break. Let's do Wacky Jackie has one actually. If you go down in the chat, this isn't Stream Break, but this is another one. Sort of, you can see who has the most points, who's given the most bits, who's gifted the most subs, just different interactions. And if you know web development in any sense, then you can build a Twitch extension. And if you check out dev.twitch.tv, you can learn more about it.
Can we get that URL in the chat?
Yes.
I keep asking.
It's okay. I think Blue Lava will handle the links, hopefully.
Hopefully.
And they're really cool. I was mentioning Stream Break, and it's a extension that overlays over the entire feed. And it lets you basically, while the streamer, the broadcaster is away, you can interact with a game on their computer. You can like drop these little bombs and like they'll explode, and then you try and get the most things off the platform. It's just a little fun. You just click around on the screen. Yeah.
So, who wants demo time?
Demo time.
Demo time.
Okay. So I built a Twitch extension with Lizzie's help to essentially let viewers call into a stream. Now, because there's so many people watching and we kind of wanted to get this all set for a demo, I have two of my friends, Prince and Danny, who are going to help me out with the demo. First thing I'm going to do is sort of go through how it works, and then I'll start off with the demo. And all of this code I'm going to open source. Once I clean it up a little bit, make sure all the API keys are out of it. And I'll put it on GitHub so you can try it out. You can try building this extension on your own, and hopefully help me improve it.
We can't wait to see what you build.
Yes.
We can't... I messed that up.
It's okay. I'll share on Twitter, twitter.com/ListRhype, or on GitHub, github.com/Tristan Wiley. I'll share when the code is open source there. But for now, let's try this out. So I can go to my live dashboard. So I am not live right now, but I can still see the extension. And so this is what the broadcaster sees. And then if we go over here, this is what a viewer would see.
Talk to me.
Talk
That's
to me.
So cute.
So talk to me. So the broadcaster is not currently accepting submissions.
Ooh, I see that Kotlin GitHub repo.
Yes. And also I have a feed. This is another extension that shows a feed of my GitHub on my Twitch channel.
Fun fact, Marcos, who made the Dart library for Twilio originally, live coded in Python this morning in the keynote. Can we get
Really?
like some claps for him?
PogChamp.
But he's a Kotlin developer, usually. But now we say he's a Python developer from this morning.
Kotlin is a great language as well.
Mara.
Okay. So right now calls are disabled. So anyone who is on my stream, you won't be able to see this right now because I have it whitelisted to a set number of sort of friends who are going to help me out with this. Mm-hmm. But if I enable calls, you'll be able to see talk to me right over there.
Ooh.
And Prince, if you're in chat right now, if you want to just submit a question, and then I'll get to that, and we'll do a demo where I call you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you know what Prince's username on Twitch
Prince is KingPower01.
Oh,
So,
hi, Prince.
Thank you, Prince.
I didn't know that was you.
So talk to me, enter your information, ask a question. So if I click ask a question, this little feed will pop up where I can just put in phone number and a question I have. So
Marco Stacy only comes back when he hears keywords.
So I'm not going to put in my actual phone number because I don't want to get a bunch of calls. So I'm going to put like 5555555. And I'm not going to actually call this, so that doesn't matter too much. I have a question about something.
Me too. I have many questions.
So if I press submit, and if all goes to plan, which live demoing, this
Hashtag do it live.
will now show over here.
Ooh.
Okay, I have a question about something. We also have a question from KingPower01. This may have actually been an old question because we were testing this out, and I didn't update it. But if it's okay. If I refresh it, and he does ask another question, it'll also show up there. So now I can call or I can delete. I can delete mine because I'm not going to call myself.
That is the live one.
It is the
Says
live
Prince.
one. Thank you, Prince. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this one.
Ooh.
Before I do this, I have to remember. I have to put in my phone number here. Thank you, Brent. I'm going to do this here.
That is so legit. You're right, Roberts.
Okay. All good. Perfect. So I put in my phone number. I hide it. I hit it. Go over here and press call. And now I'm going to go on my phone. I'm going to put it on speaker when I get the call.
I gave a demo yesterday and I used my own phone number and people saw it and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't hide it.
I'm going to put it up to my mic. Hey, Prince, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know if chat can hear that, but I'm actually talking to Prince right now.
I hear it.
So, what is my favorite video game and why? My favorite video game? Okay, so I'm really bad at it, but I enjoy PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and I also really enjoy Rocket League. And I know that's two answers, but I like both of them.
I've never heard of either of those.
Rocket League is actually something that's really fun and relatively easy to learn, difficult to master, where you it's essentially soccer with cars. So you kind of drive around and like hit the ball into the goal. It's really fun. Adam plays it. Adam's kind of bad at it.
So does Chef Grant, but I'm sure he's better than Adam.
Oh.
Adam's one of our
Brent,
hackathon friends.
Let me know if you want to play Rocket League sometime over there. So, thank you so much, Prince. I'm gonna hang up.
Bye, Prince. Thank you.
Thank you for helping out. Bye. Okay. So let me refresh this.
So normally,
Okay.
in a live demo, I would be clapping right now because a phone call was made.
Deleting actually doesn't work, so that's why that one popped up. Danny, if you can put in your question, and I'll do your call next. Just put in chat when you're ready, and I'll refresh it again. And so Danny is another friend. Danny is in the Twitch development community, which is... The extension isn't showing up? Okay. Can you... let's debug this live. Let me make sure.
Fix it.
We have to give access. I didn't save the changes. So Danny Camps Games. Save changes.
Live debugging, yes.
Live debugging. Hey Danny, can you refresh it now?
So we have Matt asking, is the call in the browser or...
So right now the call is on my phone. There's a few ways we could get it into the browser. We could actually just open up Hangouts and I could get it from there. I wasn't sure how the audio was going to do just through the HDMI. And we can also actually do in-browser calling, which I would love to add. And when I open source it, if anyone wants to help add that, that'd be great. Because Twilio does have in-browser calling.
Yes, we do.
And really all an extension is just a web page in an iframe on Twitch. You can build so many different things. You can access so many different... you can access the API, you can access different functionalities, etc. So, send. Perfect.
Send.
Okay, and we have Danny here. So this call is actually going to go out to the Netherlands.
Netherlands?
Yeah, Danny's from the Netherlands.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, where is everyone from? He's from the Netherlands, Matt.
Yeah.
Drop your location in chat.
Not.
Or,
Yeah.
Where you're from.
If you'd like.
if it's secure.
So I'm gonna call Danny. Let me get my phone ready and get rid of all these notifications.
Don't talk to yourself.
Yeah. Who is better, Adam or Prince? I can't answer that question without losing a friend. I love you both. I heard the bill is on Twilio. That is true. Thank you, Twilio, for the credits.
Yes.
So let's go call. I don't know if I actually click that. We'll know if I get it in a second. And I'll also show onto the camera.
So Adam is an Android developer at OkCupid, based in Brooklyn. He's roommates with Prince, who I know through Clarified Champions and the general hackathon community. We love the hackathon community here. Anyone in chat go to hackathons?
I'm gonna click that again because I'm not actually sure if I clicked it. I kind of like, so worst case I get 2 calls, but
Two calls.
There's a lot of improvements that can be made.
2 calls is
perfect.
better than
There
no
we go.
calls.
So we see up there. Hopefully it's okay. We got a call. I'm gonna answer it. Gonna put it on speaker. Hey Danny, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi Danny. So.
Hi.
Can you turn up the volume?
That's as far as it goes. I'll just put it next to my mic. So what is my favorite programming language and why was it my favorite? Okay.
Good question.
Good question. I feel like I'll make a lot of people mad right now. I'd have to say my favorite programming language is JavaScript for a few reasons. I use it the most. I used it to build this. This is actually built on React with JavaScript. React is a great JavaScript framework for building web applications.
I don't know. I prefer Vue.
And you can also use Vue to make extensions. But yeah, I'd have to say JavaScript. Close second is definitely Kotlin, which I use for making Android apps, which I haven't done in a while, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Thank you for your question, Danny. Thanks for helping.
No problem.
All right, see ya.
Marcos is a Kotlin fan, as we know.
Kotlin!
The
Woo!
life is yours. Not a fan of PHP. It's kind of ugly. Okay.
So you can actually, so it depends on what you want to do. So when you create an extension, you create the front end. And you can also have a back end if you need that for your extension. And then what you do is you have your front end files and you actually upload it to Twitch. So Twitch hosts all your front end files, your static front end files, and those can interact with the back end. And there's a really easy review process. You submit it. You can test it locally. You can test it like hosted on Twitch, and then you can submit it for review. And then once you do that, there's a review process, and just like the App Store, you can have your extension up on the marketplace.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, so can we look at some of the Twilio functions?
Oh yes,
and
of
tabs?
course.
Tabs or spaces, everyone?
Tabs or spaces?
Tristan?
I use tabs, but I have them convert to spaces in my editor. So I used a few different Twilio products for this. Thank you for all your help, by the way. Let me refresh this because I think I updated something. Okay, that's fine.
I used to prefer tabs, but I kind of like spaces. It's kind of therapeutic to like type space.
Therapeutic, really?
Yes.
I don't think that. Okay.
In a way.
Okay.
In a way.
So I used a few different Twilio products. Twilio has a bunch of really cool products.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So I used mostly Twilio Functions, which is essentially a serverless environment for you to build your code that uses Twilio. It has a lot of integrations, so you can, if you go to configure, you can actually see. You can enable account SID and account auth token to load it in from your function.
Very easy to access your own personal account SID and auth token in the Twilio function. You can also have different environment variables. Like I said, my SendGrid. I'm blinking on other API keys I hide. Anyways, you can set environment variables,
Yep.
import different node modules, and more, all in functions.
Yeah, if I actually go back, you can see I'm using a few different things. This is for something that I may do. This is something if I want to. I was going to hard code it if I wanted to do a live demo. I may or may not do that depending on time. But if I want to add SMS support, so instead of calling, you can just send a text. This is my Twitch API secret, or my API key, and my Twitch secret. Yes, thank you for hiding those. So those are used to validate the data from the extension to make sure that the user who is sending it is actually who they say they are, which is very useful so you don't have like bad data. And then the API key is when I use the API to sort of get their username and get some information. And then down here, just npm modules for that. So the GOT is for making API calls very easily. We have Twilio, of course. JSON Web Tokens, so JWTs are really useful, especially when you're using Twitch. Building a Twitch extension for validation, etc. So if we go to our extension, there's three different things. The most Twilio is actually the connect function. So I'll click this, and you can see in our Twilio function, we have some code. Yeah.
That path is unique to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We have cyan lizard, I think you pronounce that.
Cyan lizard.
It does not matter how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
That's unique to each user.
Yep.
So my path is different.
Yep. And there's also a really nice debugger that helped me out a lot when I was building this.
That also falls under runtime, I believe.
Robert, I'll get to your question in just once I'm done explaining this. I do want to answer that. So we have a bunch of stuff in here. This is just sort of headers for returning JSON. This, I'm getting the token from the request, and the token is the JSON Web Token. The extension generates that via a key that you set in your console, and that's used to sort of verify that the user who is sending this request from the extension is who they say they are. I know, for example, that when Prince called, that was actually Prince and not someone who just sort of used Prince's username. And so some checking. And then this takes the first number and the second number. So in this case, this is actually from this view when I was actually pressing call. And then I just send this to a TWIML bin, which contains this conference XML. TWIML's just basically XML markup. That's a little redundant, but it's a bunch of markup that sort of defines what I want to happen.
And TWIML bins are kind of like functions, but for TWIML.
Yeah, functions, but for TWIML. It's just hosting some static XML.
And
It's okay. That's just the Twilio number. I'll remove it after. You don't have to hide that, Brent.
That
Thank you.
URL, thehandler.twilio.com/Trimble/EH6, etc. That is the Trimble bin URL.
Yep. And I can actually show you that. I'll real quick go through the other ones. This is more just talking to the backend that I built. So get questions. This talks to a AWS Lambda function that sort of contains all the questions. Yeah. Doing the same verification up here as well.
Yes.
Let me go, so I don't run out of time, let me go to the Twilio bin. And this Twilio bin is where the XML for the conference is. So this just has a room name. I thought I changed that to, I think
Your
I
name.
copied it and removed it and then added it again. So this would be like the room name for the conference. Shout out to Brent, great switching. So yeah, that is the extension I made. I'm gonna open source it, put it on GitHub. It's been a lot of fun building the extension, building the Twilio backend, building everything. Let me see.
Any questions from the chat?
I can also go over to sort of over here. And so this is the actual extension. So if you're familiar with React, this may look familiar. Let me close these and I can show you what each thing does. So in our public, this is just different XML or HTML files. And so this just loads in React and it'll render our page. And so like I said, all an extension is just a web page that's pretty much in Twitch. You can build a lot of cool interactions from that, and there's also like different things that Twitch will load in, so you can access, for example, like authentication, and you can send messages in chat, all that sort of stuff.
What's the coolest Twitch extension you've seen besides this one that uses Twilio? That combines two of my favorite TWI companies.
Yeah, so yes, that is true. I think the coolest one that I've seen it's called Sound Alerts. And so basically it lets you play sounds on the broadcaster's computer. And so if you're not familiar with Twitch, Twitch has something called bits. And bits are like a digital good. And so you can get bits and then you can give the bits to a broadcaster. But the cool thing is if you use bits and extensions, you can actually get a cut of that bit revenue. So if someone uses bits in the Sound Alerts extension, for example, say they use 100 bits, which is
100.
about $1.
Okay.
And they use that in the extension. The broadcaster gets 80% of that, and you as a developer can actually get 20% of that. So that can kind of add up, and you can make money while you make these cool experiences on Twitch.
Yes, Robertables, we're learning a lot today. Let's have some people in the chat drop your favorite Twitch extensions.
Yes, Twitch extensions in chat.
The favorite Twilio hacks you've seen.
Yes.
That reminded me of when I was at MHacks last October, which is where I met Tristan in person. We had met like online, but we had never met in person.
Yeah.
The coolest Twilio hack I have ever seen was at that MHacks. It
Really?
was called Moistrometer.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I used an Arduino to measure sweat. But like to test it, you could just like show like a towel that was like wet.
Yeah.
And it returned like a percentage, like you're 5% sweaty or like 50% sweaty. And if you were like over a threshold, it would like spray like Axe body spray on you. And I was like,
Really?
And it would send you a text message saying you're like however
I do
percent
remember
sweaty.
that. I kind of remember
Yeah.
that. That was really cool.
And I was like, that is so silly, but I've never heard of this use case. It's unique. It was a solo hacker, and he told me when he was demoing, he was like, yeah, I'm a senior. I have a job already. I don't need to be here. I'm just here for fun.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, you're living the spirit of the hack. So,
Real quick, before I go into some questions, I do want to say hackathons are absolutely incredible.
they are.
If you don't know, I love going to student hackathons, which are 24, 36-hour events where you basically sit down. A lot of times, most of the time, your food is paid for. You just kind of sit down and you build for 24 hours, 36 hours. You think of an idea and you just make it. And it's a great place to learn stuff, to make stuff.
Take risks,
Absolutely.
learn something new, experiment. If you have an idea, you're surrounded by people who give up their weekends or days. They could be anywhere else, whether in like a college gym.
There's great
Like-
food, great people, great talks, sponsors, prizes, everything you could want. Two of my favorite that I help run, MHacks and UB Hacking. If you want to learn more about either, you can go to ubhacking.com, ubhacking, hacking.com, and also mhacks.org, mhacks.org.
And I help organize a women's hackathon called Spectra. You can find out more at sospectra, sospectra.com. It actually happened 2 weekends ago. The third time it's occurred. It's not affiliated with the school.
Maybe Danny. And yes, mini hack too.
Yes.
So real quick, with our remaining time, I do want to answer some questions. If you want to learn more about any Twitch dev related stuff, go to dev.twitch.tv. There's a really great Discord as well. If someone can drop the Discord link in chat as well, there's a great community who's willing to help you with whatever you need. You can share what you've made. You can learn about new things. I'll be in there. Drop a emote. Say hi to me.
And can we also drop like the runtime docs or functions or criminal bin documentation?
Yes. If you, Brent, if you can open up some of the questions, just real quick, scroll up a bit. I just wanted to see a couple. One of them was from Robert Tables, I think. How was your experience with mentorship during your time at? I was at Twitch.
I was a
intern.
Twilio intern 2 summers ago. 3 summers ago. 2017.
I can talk about Twitch. It's fantastic. It's been fantastic. I've been working on a really cool project that'll be live, and it will sort of showcase a bunch of like community-made projects, extensions, code samples, all that sort of stuff that the user that the community submits, and we just showcase it on our site. And I've also been able to be in the Discord and talk to the community and help with the community. And it's been fantastic. Everybody at Twitch really cares about the community, no matter what team they're on, because there's the viewers, there's the broadcasters, there's the developers. Everyone just loves their community. So yeah, it's been a really fantastic experience. I love it there. Yeah.
We have some of that community here at Signal
Yes.
this week. I love just the atmosphere of
It's been
developers.
fantastic. I love
It's
it.
been great, yeah.
This booth is really cool too. There's like
Yes.
booths all over.
Yes, so many booths. And Dallas is wondering what your favorite color is and why. Hi,
geez.
Dallas.
What color is I like? Okay, I love Twilio red and Twitch purple.
I love
That's
Twilio
my
red,
cop
too.
out answer. Do we have meetups? We do have meetups.
Twilio red.
I don't know. There's a developer jam hackathon online too. If maybe we can get a link for that in chat as well. I know I'm asking for so many links, but yes, there are meetups. There's a lot of cool events. There's all sorts of things. Check it out. Twitch dev.twitch.tv. I love it there. You can make
Cop out answer?
Yes, confident answer. You can make a lot of cool stuff with Twitch, and there's a lot of possibilities integrating with Twilio as well. So if you are a Twilio developer and you haven't tried out Twitch development yet, really try that out, because you could bring a really cool perspective. Like, this is just one of them, like calling into broadcasters, but there's however many products. Build something that like integrates with fax, and so like prints out something in the streamer like on a fax machine. That would be so
Twilio
cool.
Fax API. I love
Yes.
that.
So cool.
Okay. So, Roberta Bold is wondering, as your internship in the summer is winding down, what's next?
What's next? Who knows?
Back to school?
Oh yeah, back to school, unfortunately. I love school. It's great.
I will miss you, Tristan. We've hung out a lot in San Francisco
Yeah.
this summer.
She's shown me a lot of good food places. I'll be back at school. I'm director for your UB Hacking, so hopefully I'll see some of you at UB Hacking. We will have hopefully travel reimbursements, and we'll be able to hopefully see some of you, especially if you're on the Eastern Coast.
Eastern Coast.
Uh,
Twitch has internships.
yes.
We have Tristan here.
Yes.
Twilio also has internships. I used to be an intern, and I have talked with a lot of the current ones as well.
Yeah.
We have software engineer interns, product manager interns, data science interns.
Hi, Megan.
We have a marketing intern. Megan!
Danny, I'll see what I can do.
We have 1 more minute. Does Europe count as the East Coast? Unfortunately not. I don't think so. Twitch, Discord, and internship. Oh well. So 1 more minute.
If there's one last question, I might be able to answer it.
New grad roles. We do, but they are all full. New grad roles have already filled up for
Okay.
2019. But we have 1 minute left. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
We have a lot more material coming for you live on Signal TV after a short break. Thank you, Tristan. Any last words?
Hopefully, I'll see you in the Twitch development community. Thank you for tuning in. High five.
If you like what you saw in this interview, please consider heading over to twitch.tv/Twilio and giving us a follow there. We'll have more content like this there very soon.